Welcome back. It is that very special time of the year again,
Mm.
when the calendar is about to change and you can just feel this different kind of energy in the air.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
It's a feeling of looking forward.
It is full of hope and new chances.
We all start thinking, what do I want to do next year? Or what habits do I want to leave behind?
Right. Okay, let's unpack that feeling. Have you ever had that moment of panic right before a big trip?
Mm.
You
Yes.
think you have everything ready, you're walking out the door, and then you realize you've forgotten the one thing you absolutely need.
Your passport or your keys.
Exactly, your passport. And it's this awful, heavy feeling.
Because you have to stop everything and go back and fix it. It just throws your whole plan off.
It's pure stress. But the new year, it's the total opposite of that. It's like a scheduled, positive moment for a fresh start.
Right. The whole world is telling you it's okay to pause
Hmm.
and um and find a new direction.
It is. This whole season is like getting a fresh map for a new journey.
I like that. A fresh map.
Yeah, all the roads are open. You haven't made any wrong turns yet, and you can decide exactly where you want to go. It feels like anything is possible.
And that idea of a map is perfect
Yeah.
because you have to actually be ready to, take the first step.
Mm-hmm.
And that's really our mission for this deep dive. We want to guide you through this time of year, how people celebrate, what we all hope for, and of course, the best English words and phrases to talk about your own plans.
Your own traditions and your hopes.
Exactly.
And this season is just so full of useful English. You hear these phrases everywhere.
All the time. They are high-frequency, everyday phrases that native speakers use without even thinking.
So it's the perfect time for you to practice simple, really practical English that you can use, tomorrow.
That's the key. You'll hear these words in conversations, you'll see them on TV. Our job today is to give you the tools to talk confidently about December 31st and January 1st.
So you're ready to start your own journey on that new map.
That's the goal.
I'm excited to jump in. Let's start with the basics, the essential language. We have 5 key words and phrases that we'll hear again and again.
And the first one is really the heart of the whole season. It's the word resolution.
Ah, yes, the resolution.
A resolution is basically a promise you make to yourself for the new year.
It's a goal, right? Or some kind of change you want to make in your life.
Exactly. It's a statement, an intention to do something positive.
It's a big commitment, isn't it? Even if, let's be honest, we often fail at them.
We do. And people love to joke about that, but we keep making them anyway.
Which says something about that human need to improve.
It really does. It shows how optimistic we are at the start of the year. When we make a resolution, we're saying, I can be better, and I'm starting now.
So it's like the calendar gives us permission to try again.
Precisely. And in English, there are 2 really important phrases connected to this. If you succeed, if you actually follow your plan all year.
Like, say, my resolution is to read 1 book every month, and I actually do it.
Then we say you keep your resolution. You were successful.
But the other side of that coin is what happens most of the time.
Uh-huh. Life gets busy or we lose our motivation.
So if I read a book in January, but then I don't read another one until June, I have,
You have broken your resolution.
right?
And you'll hear that phrase all the time. But it's important for you to know that breaking a resolution isn't some terrible failure. It's really common.
It's just part of the process, really. Maybe you learn to set a better goal next time.
Exactly. Which brings us to our second word. This one is all about excitement. Countdown.
The countdown. This is like the peak moment of New Year's Eve, December 31st.
Mm-hmm. It's when everyone counts backward together, usually from 10, right before midnight.
10, 9, 8.
Yeah.
You can just feel the energy building. Everyone's watching the clock.
Yes, whether you're at a party or just at home,
Mm-hmm.
it connects everyone in that single moment of excitation.
It's such a simple ritual, but so powerful. When you hit 0, you've officially moved from the old year into the new one.
Which leads us right into our third word, something that happens immediately after the countdown. Toast.
Okay, this is a good one to clarify,
It is.
because toast can mean Two very different things.
Right. First, you have the bread you eat for breakfast.
Yeah.
But that is not what we're talking about here.
No, we mean the celebration.
The celebration.
Yeah.
It's when you raise your glass, it could be champagne or juice, whatever, and you say something positive before everyone drinks.
It's a small speech, almost, to honor the moment. So what do people usually say?
Oh, something simple and positive, like, to a Happy New Year.
Or to health
Mm.
and success?
Exactly. And we also use toast as a verb. You can say, come on, let's toast to the new year.
Got it. It's the action of celebrating with a drink.
Okay, number 4 is a great phrase. Ring in the new year.
I love this one too. It sounds so much more festive than just saying celebrate.
It does.
Yeah.
And it actually comes from history, doesn't it?
It does, yeah. A long time ago, big church bells or town bells would ring to mark the change of the year. They would literally ring in the new one with a joyful sound. That makes so much sense. So we use it to talk about how we celebrate it.
Right. You could ask someone, how are you planning to ring in the new year?
Or talk about last year. We rang in the new year at a friend's house. It just sounds a little more formal and special.
It does. And finally, our 5th phrase is a fantastic idiom. Turn over a new leaf.
Idioms are so important for sounding natural, but they can be tricky.
They can. This one is very visual. Just imagine a book. If you make a mistake on a page, you can physically turn over a new leaf, a new page, and start again.
Ah, so it means making a big positive change in your life, like a mental reset.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Let's say someone was always procrastinating on their chores last year. They might say, this year, I'm going to turn over a new leaf and do things right away.
Yeah,
It means you're leaving a bad habit behind.
that's a great one. So to recap, we have resolution, countdown, toast, ring in the new year, and turn over a new leaf.
A very solid foundation.
Yeah.
Now let's talk about the experience itself, what actually happens on New Year's Eve.
Well, December 31st is mostly about being with people,
Oh,
socializing.
right. Being with friends or family when the clock strikes midnight. It's about that connection.
And often it's not a big fancy party. Many people just have a casual get-together at home.
For that, the perfect phrase is hang out.
Yes, hangout is so common in everyday English.
It just means spending relaxed time together. There's no big plan. You're just enjoying each other's company.
Eating snacks, maybe playing a game.
You could say, we're just going to hang out at my place for New Year's. It means it's low-key and comfortable.
And the whole night really builds up to that one moment at midnight.
The midnight scene, and often everyone is watching TV.
Specifically, they're watching a public countdown, like the famous ball drop in Times Square in New York City.
That is the most iconic one. For over 100 years, this giant crystal ball slowly comes down a pole in the last 60 seconds of the year.
It's a huge cultural moment. Millions of people watch it from all over the world.
And what's funny is the contrast, right?
Yeah,
Most of us are watching from our warm, cozy living rooms.
with a blanket and some food.
Meanwhile, the people who are actually there in Times Square have been standing in the freezing cold for hours.
I will take the sofa every time. But wherever you are, when that clock hits midnight, it's just this explosion of noise.
Cheering, noisemakers, hugs.
And, of course, making that midnight toast. It's just a moment of happy chaos.
And beyond the cheering, there are some very specific, symbolic things people do right at that moment.
For good luck, right?
Exactly. All for good luck in the new year. One of the most famous ones is kissing someone at midnight.
You see that in movies all the time.
The tradition says that if you kiss someone you care about at midnight, you'll have love and affection for the whole year.
But it's good for our listener to know you don't have to do that.
Oh no, not at all. Many people just hug their friends or family and say, Happy New Year.
It's just about sharing that moment of hope with someone.
My family has another tradition. Right at midnight, we open the front door.
You open the door, even if it's freezing outside.
Yeah, it's totally symbolic.
Yeah.
The idea is you're letting the old year, with all its problems, go out.
Ah, I see.
And at the same time, you're welcoming the new year with all its opportunities and good luck in.
That's a beautiful physical way to represent a fresh start. And before all that midnight excitement, many families have a calmer tradition.
Yes, often there's a big family dinner earlier in the evening around 7 or 8 o'clock.
A time to connect before the party starts.
And families often have a special toast they say every single year.
It's like a family motto. In my family, it's always the same. To health, happiness, and another year together.
I love that. It focuses on what's really important.
It does. Okay, now let's move from the party to the plate. Let's talk about lucky foods.
Ah, yes. Food is always such a huge part of any celebration. And for New Year's, many cultures have foods that are believed to bring good fortune.
It all comes down to one word, really. Prosperity.
That's a great word. Prosperity just means success, wealth, and, doing well in life.
And the idea is if you eat these foods, you'll have a prosperous year. So let's start with some American traditions.
In some parts of the U.S., especially near the coast, eating seafood is a big tradition.
Seafood, like fish or shrimp.
Exactly. The ocean is this symbol of abundance, right? It's huge and full of life. So eating seafood is thought to bring that prosperity into your life.
That makes sense. But there's another much more specific tradition in the southern United States.
The black-eyed pea.
The humble black-eyed pea. It's a small bean.
And the tradition says eating them on New Year's Day brings good luck. They're often served with green vegetables like cabbage because the green color looks like money.
So it's all about financial prosperity.
It is, and the tradition actually has very deep historical roots, which makes it even more meaningful.
Okay, let's go from a simple bean to something a bit more challenging, the Spanish grape challenge.
This is one of my favorites. It's a real test of skill right at midnight.
The goal is to eat 12 grapes.
But you have to eat them at a very specific time. One grape for each time of the clock at midnight.
That is fast. You have to be really focused.
You do. And each grape represents good luck for 1 month of the new year. So if you eat all 12, you've supposedly locked in a year of good fortune.
I love that. You're literally eating your future luck. It's so creative.
It really is. It shows how creative people are when it comes to hoping for a good year.
Okay, we've talked vocabulary, parties, and food. Let's go back to the main event, resolutions and setting goals.
Right. Why does January 1st feel like the official day to turn over a new leaf?
It's psychological, isn't it? That idea of a clean slate.
It's exactly that. The end of the calendar year is a clear endpoint. It lets us mentally separate ourselves from our past mistakes.
And people often focus on self-improvement. My resolution this year is to learn how to cook a few authentic Italian dishes.
That's a great practical goal. But most resolutions, when you look at the data, are about one thing:
Health?
health and wellness.
Which is why we hear the phrase get in shape constantly in January.
All the time. To get in shape just means to become physically healthy and fit. So people join gyms, they start running.
They buy a lot of vegetables.
They do. But this is where we see the biggest problem with resolutions. The failure rate is incredibly high.
So what's the secret? What's the difference between someone who succeeds and someone who fails by February?
The key is to set realistic goals.
Ah, not too ambitious.
Exactly. Most people make their goals too big. They say, I will go to the gym 5 days a week when they haven't been in years.
That's setting yourself up to fail.
It is. A better, more realistic goal would be, I will go for a 20-minute walk 3 times a week.
Something small you can actually achieve that builds momentum.
Precisely. And you can see this play out in the real world. Come January, the gyms are absolutely packed.
It's so crowded, everyone is excited to turn over a new leaf.
But then you go back in March.
And they're half empty. The people who set those huge, unrealistic goals have already given up.
So besides getting in shape, what are some other common goals?
Money is a big one. Saving more, spending less.
Also things like spending less time on social media or being more patient with family.
Those are great ones. But at the end of the day, the resolution has to be something you truly want for yourself.
Not because someone else thinks you should do it.
Exactly. If the desire for change isn't real and internal, you'll never keep it.
That's a perfect summary. Okay, let's move on from the intensity of New Year's Eve to the next day. New Year's Day, January 1st.
January 1st is usually much, much quieter.
It is. It's a day of recovery.
After staying up so late, the first priority for most people is just getting some rest.
Which brings us to our first action phrase for the day.
Hmm.
Sleep in.
A beautiful phrase. To sleep in just means waking up later than you normally do.
So if you usually wake up at 7, on January 1st you might sleep until 10 or 11. It's a day for rest.
And even with that late start, there's a special feeling on New Year's Day, don't you think?
Yes, the world just feels calm and quiet.
It feels fresh, new. It's really the purest feeling of a fresh start. And because of that feeling, some people choose to start the year with a lot of energy. They want to kick off the new year right away.
Kickoff is a great phrasal verb. It means to start something, usually with energy.
You could say, I'm going to kick off the new year by organizing my closet, or let's kick off the year with a big family meal.
And that meal is often a brunch,
Yes, brunch, the meal that's a mix of breakfast and lunch.
usually around 11 in the morning or noon.
A New Year's Day brunch is a wonderful tradition. You make pancakes, eggs, bacon,
Lots of coffee.
and lots of coffee. The atmosphere is very relaxed. Everyone is in comfortable clothes, just enjoying the quiet start to the year.
It's a slow, gentle day. And besides food, a lot of families have things they traditionally watch on TV.
In the U.S., there are two huge events. The first is the Rose Parade in California.
It's famous for these massive, beautiful floats.
And what's amazing is that the floats are made entirely of flowers and other natural materials. They're like temporary works of art.
It's incredible. And then after the parade, many people spend the rest of the day watching American college football games.
So on January 1st, you really have two options, and both are perfectly fine. You can either kick off your resolutions and be really active, or you can just rest and recover.
It's a day for balance. There's no wrong way to begin.
Okay, let's zoom out a little. We've talked about American traditions, but this feeling of a fresh start is global. So how do other cultures celebrate?
This is so fascinating because the hope is the same everywhere, but the rituals are so unique.
Let's start in Scotland. They call their celebration Hogmanay.
Hogmanay is a huge festival. There are street parties, bonfires, fireworks.
Yeah.
It's a very big deal.
But they have one tradition that is so specific. It's called first footing.
Right. This is all about the very first person to enter your home after midnight on New Year's Day. That person, the first footer, is said to bring luck for the whole year.
And there are rules, right? It can't just be anyone.
There are very specific rules. Traditionally, the best first footer is a tall, dark-haired man, and he has to bring symbolic gifts with him.
What kind of gifts?
Things to ensure the home will have everything it needs. He brings coal for warmth, bread for food, salt for purity, and whiskey for good cheer.
That is so detailed. It's like a whole performance of hope for the year.
It is. And we see similar ideas of cleansing and renewal in other places, too, like Brazil.
What happens in Brazil?
Many people go to the beach, they wear all white clothes for peace and purity,
Okay.
and they jump over 7 ocean waves.
7 weeks. Why 7?
7 is a very lucky number in many cultures. And as they jump over each wave, they make a wish for the new year. It's a way of using nature to sweep away bad luck.
I love that. And in many Asian cultures, the cleaning happens before the new year, right?
That's right. It's a tradition to clean your house very, very thoroughly. The idea is to literally sweep away any bad luck from the past year.
So you're making space for good fortune to come in, a clean space for a clean start.
Exactly. Now, for the most surprising tradition, I think, we go to Denmark.
This is the one with the plates, isn't it?
This is the one with the plates. In Denmark, people save their old chipped dishes all year.
Okay.
And on New Year's Eve, they go to their friends' houses and they break the plates on their doorsteps.
They smash plates on their friends' doors on purpose.
On purpose. It makes a huge mess, but it's a sign of friendship and affection. The more broken plates you have outside your door, the more friends you have who love you.
That is wild. I guess it really is the thought that counts.
These examples just show that no matter where you are, people feel this need for a hopeful ritual.
Which is the perfect transition to our last section, the mental part. Reflection and the power of the reset.
Before we can move forward, We have to look back. Reflection is just that, taking time to think carefully about the last year.
The good parts and the difficult parts.
Exactly. What went well and what did we learn from the challenges?
And when we reflect, we often think about the difficulties we managed to get through.
Which brings us to a really powerful word, overcame. If you overcame a problem, it means you successfully dealt with it and won.
You could reflect and say, that was a really difficult project at work, but I overcame the challenges and finished it.
Yes. Reflection helps us see how strong we've become. And it's also connected to gratitude.
Gratitude, which is the feeling of being thankful.
hmm Even in a hard year, there are things to be grateful for. A common practice is to write them down in a journal.
Family, health, a sunny day.
The small things. This shifts our minds from what went wrong to what is good in our lives.
And all of this mental work prepares us for that moment of reset.
Yes. Even though, logically, January 1st is just another day, it feels like a turning point.
Why do we need that? Why can't we just decide to start fresh on a random Thursday in April?
Because as humans, we love clear starting lines. The new year gives everyone permission, all at the same time, to pause and to reset.
To wipe the slate clean.
To start again from zero, without the weight of past failures. That's the real magic of the season.
That is a perfect way to bring everything together. We've covered so much today.
We really have. We went through all that essential vocabulary like resolution, countdown, and toast.
And those great phrases like ring in the new year and turn over a new leaf.
Plus all those action verbs you can use in your life, like how to hang out with friends or kick off a project.
Or how to get in shape with realistic goals. And of course, how to sleep in when you need a rest.
Our listener now has a full toolkit to talk about their own plans and hopes in English.
And that is what builds true fluency. Okay, so now we have a challenge for you, our listener.
It's time to put these words into practice.
Yes, don't just listen, use them. What is the one word or lesson you learned today? Write it in the comments below.
And we have a specific challenge too. Share your resolution with us.
Use the vocabulary we learned. You can write something like, my resolution is to get in shape, or I want to turn over a new leaf and call my family more.
Don't worry about making mistakes. The practice is what's important.
We absolutely love seeing you use your new English skills. Thank you so much for joining us for this deep dive into the new year.
We wish you health, happiness, and a lot of success in the coming year. Remember, small steps in your practice lead to big progress. Happy New Year and happy learning.